Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we want to talk about simple interest, and I'm not going to be telling you the definition. So this is business mathematics. So we want to talk about money, and the first topic we'll be looking at is simple interest. So you can write the definition of simple interest for me on the comment section, but I'm here to just solve the question because this is mathematics. We don't need to start defining it. So, but you can do the definition yourself. So let's go ahead. Simple interest is given as what? That the interest, the formula, that the interest is equal to what? PTR. As simple as that. Where our I is equal to what? The interest. Okay? Interest. And our P is what? The the principal, that is the initial money. Okay, the principal, which is something as the initial money, okay, or initial capital, anyone. Okay, then finally we have our T. Our T is the time or period. This is the time. Okay, always measured in years. Yes, so if they give it to you in maybe days, months, or week, you have to convert it to years. Okay, so then the last one is what? Our R, which is the rate. And the rate is always measured in percentage or in decimal. You can put it in percent or in decimal. So that's the formula for simple interest. So let's now solve some calculation to illustrate what we have. So the first question we are going to be solving, permit me to clean here. So the first question here said that number one question said the three factors that determine the size of interest charged on money borrowed are. Now, the factors that are affecting the interest charged on money borrowed is gotten from the formula. So solution, if you know the formula of interest, you see that interest is what? PTR. So the factors, the first factor is the principal, and which is what? That is the money that is borrowed. The money that is borrowed. Okay. This one is what? The money borrowed. The money borrowed. So it affects, it's a factor that will affect the increase. So if the person borrow a huge amount of money, that means the interest is going to be huge. If the person borrow a small amount of money, the interest is going to be small. So that's the first thing. Now the next one is the time. So the time is what? The period he borrowed the money. The period he borrowed the money. Okay. So now, if he's going to pay back this money in 10 years, it will be bigger than when if he's going to pay it in 5 years. So the period which he's going to borrow this money, which the money is going to last with him, affects the interest he's going to pay. So it is a factor. So the next one, number 3, is the rate, R. Okay? So the rate at which he borrowed the money. So it depends on maybe the bank or the person that is borrowing the money to that person. Some people charges a very high rate, while some charge a small rate. So the factors that are affecting interest, the interest the man will pay, will depend on the principal, that is the amount he borrowed, the time which the money will last with him, and then the rate the person gave him. Okay, so these are the factors that affect simple interest, or the interest the person will pay after borrowing money. So number two now, they said compute the ordinary interest. Compute the ordinary interest on $4,500 at 8.9% from April April 18 to July 15. Okay, same year, of the same year. Okay, so now this is very simple solution. Now we want to calculate the interest that this man will pay from the money. Solution is very simple. The first thing is what? This is the money he borrowed. So that is our B. Our B is equal to what? 4,500, the money he borrowed. So our R is the rate, which is what? 8.9%. And 8.9% is something as what? 8.9 over 100, which will give you 0.089. Okay? That is our rate. Now, to calculate the time, we are going to check from April 18. So let us check first of all on April. So the thing started from April 18. So if you say 30 days of September, April, June, so April has 30 days. So if you say 30 minus the 18 days that has already passed, that means for April, the money is with him for 12 days. He has the money for 12 days on April. So April, May, on May, 30 days of September, April, June, and November. So May is 31 days. May is 31 days. June, 30 days of September, April, June. So June is 30 days. Okay. So the next one is now July. So July, he used the money for just 15 days on that July. So 15 days. So the time will now be equal to what? Add all of them. I have 12 plus 31 plus 30 plus 15. So if you add it, you see how many days he used the money. So this is 12 plus 31 plus 30 plus 15. So I have 88 days. So this is 88 days. Okay? So having this now, I'm going to convert it to years by dividing by 365 days to make 1 year. So therefore my time will now be what? 88 divided by 365 in years. That is how to convert it to years. So I can now find my simple interest. My interest will now be what? P times T times R. So which is what? My interest is equal to the P is 4,500 times my time is what? 88 over 365 times the rate. My rate is 0.089. So if I multiply everything, I'm going to have times 0.089 times 4,500 now divided by 365. So I'm having that he's going to pay an interest of 96.56. Okay, $96.56. That is the interest he's going to pay. As simple as that. Okay, I hope you understood this one. So we move to the next one. Question number 3. Don't forget that this is solution to your workbook. Oh, this is your workbook solution. So question number 3. Question number 3 said, find the principal. Find the principal if the interest is $750, comma, the rate is 18%, and the time is 120 days. Okay, so solution. So having this, they have given us, they say we should find the principal. Principal is unknown, but they gave us that the interest is what? The interest is $750, and then the rate they gave me is 18%. So which is what? 18 over 100, which is 0.18. Okay, so the next one is the time. The time they gave me is 120 days. So I told you must convert it to years, which is what? 120 divided by 365 days. Okay, to convert it in years. So you now see that your interest is equal to P times T times R. So my interest I've gotten as 750 is equal to P that I'm looking for times my T is 120 over 365. then times my R, which is 0.18. Okay, so if I multiply through, I'm going to have 750 is equal to multiply 120 times 0.18. So I'm going to have, if you multiply the numerator here, I'm going to have 21.6 P over what? 365. So if I cross multiply, I'm going to have 21.6 P is equal to 750 times 365. So therefore my P will now be 750 times 365 then divided by 21.6. So my P will now be equal to 750 times 365 divided by my answer. So I'm going to have that the amount he borrowed is $12,673.61. So that is the amount he borrowed that made him to pay an interest of $750. So we move to the next question. Question number 4. So we move to question number 4. You see, this is very, very easy. Okay. So we move to question number 4. So question number 4 said, compute the exact interest. Compute the exact interest on $3,200 at 16% if the money is borrowed from June 10 to October 20 the same year. Okay, so now we have this. So what do we do? Very simple solution. We bring out our parameters. The first parameter is the principal, which is what? That's the money that is borrowed. Okay, that is 3,200. Then the next thing is our rate. The rate here is 16%, which is something as 16 over 100, which is something as what? 0.16. So the next one we're going to calculate is the time. Now the time here is June. So first of all, for June he started from 10th of June. So we need to minus this 10. 30 days after September, April, June, and November. So June is 30 days. So we say 30 minus 10 to give us what? 20 days. Okay. So June, July, and we know that July is 31 days. July, August, June, July, August. August is still 31 days. August, September. September is 30 days. So then October. On October, he used only 20 days. So to calculate our time, we're going to have 20 plus 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 20. So if you add everything, you see that our time is going to be 20 plus 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 20. Okay, I have 132 days. 132 days. And 132 days is something as saying 132 over 365 days to convert it to year. Okay, I told you must convert it to year. So now let us now use our formula. We know that interest is something as what? P times T times R. So therefore, my interest, my P, where is the P? 3,200. Okay, times the time is 132 over 365. Then times the rate, 0.16, 0.16. So if you multiply everything out, I'm going to have times 3,200 times 0.16 now divided by 365. So I'm having that the interest is going to pay is $185.16. Okay, so that is that for number 4. So I think that is all we have for simple interest. Okay, that's all we have for simple interest. So we move over to the next one, which is compound interest, in our next video. So thank you very much for watching this particular one. Don't forget to like this video, share to your friends, and then subscribe if you are new to this channel. Bye bye.